Oh, boy. All right.
We're back.
We are back. Round 2
The
today.
angle for me is hilarious.
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
Yeah, Pete's kind of like in the bottle right now.
Pete,
I don't mind.
Pete, I was gonna say, lick the bottle.
There you go. Boom, a little bit. Anyway, if you're wondering why this bottle is oozing, it's because pure
It's
awesomeness is
excited.
coming out of
It's
here.
excited it's as excited as we are. We have been talking about doing this episode for over a year.
That's actually true. So we meant to do this episode while Game of Thrones was still going on.
But we
Yeah.
just did it.
And because of me being me, I never did it. And I kind of regret that now, looking back now. Anyway, so as you all know, Game of Thrones does have a whole line of beers made by Ommegang Brewing. Ommegang is out of Cooperstown, New York. They make a lot of products such as the Three Philosophers. They make a golden crisp. It's like almost like a sour, but not. They use like golden apples. It's delicious. I highly recommend it. It's
I'm going to
great.
be honest. I've never had any non-Game of Thrones beers from Home Gang.
Buy them. They're really good. they make. I'm not a huge fan of Ommegang. I'm not gonna lie. But they do make good beer.
Mm.
It's just they make a lot of stuff that I tend not to drink. That's the reason why.
Mm.
So, but they're the golden one I just said with the apples. That one's my favorite. And then Three Philosophers is a classic. And then they do all the Game of Thrones beers, which I love. I haven't had a bad Game of Thrones beer yet. I will. So just to show you what we're doing before, because I'm going to talk a little bit, then pour, then talk about the bottle. So we're doing Queen of the Seven Kingdoms,
which is for
which is
season 8 beer.
Huh?
Right, that was a season 8 beer.
These are all season 8 beers.
Not Bend the Knee.
This is 7.
Was 7 or 6.
Which is a sour blonde ale. I will say I've had this beer before from the tap at a craft beer bar, and I hated it. And I honestly think it's because of the way they kept the beer.
Mm.
Like I don't blame the brewery, and I don't blame the beer. I actually blame the establishment for not taking proper care of their products. The second one we're doing is going to be Mother of Dragons, which is the smoked porter with Creek Ale blend. So it's like a dark sour blend, which I thought was interesting when it came out. And then the other one is the Bend the Knee. This is the Targaryen bottle. They make there's 3 bottles. They're all the same. It's still a golden ale brewed with honey. This is so smooth. I've had this one too. The only one I haven't had is this one.
I haven't had either of the season 8s actually. They've just been kept. I was actually keeping them for an episode that just never happened until today.
I mean, hopefully their quality is better than season 8.
Sir, you can just leave now, thank you. Even though you're 100% right.
So, obviously, Game of Thrones is over. I never finished it.
That's for the better.
So
it's for the better.
I already got the ending ruined for me. So
the books will do it better. Justice.
Wasn't surprised. I mean, my girl lived, so I'm happy. Arya Stark.
She also got deflowered.
I was gonna say.
I was upset about that.
I remember you texted me.
We won't talk
you
about that.
texted me angrily about
We
it.
won't talk about that. Anyway, she made it though. That's what I care about. She's badass. Love her. Maisie Williams hit me up. Anyway, so the first beer we're gonna do, like I said, is the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, based on Cersei. I said it right.
It sounded like you said Xerxes.
No, it's Cersei.
Sorry.
Who reminds us that everyone who isn't us is an enemy. An exquisite blend of sour ale and Belgian-style blonde ale at 6.4%. So all these beers tend to be on the higher side. They will be heavier. That's why they come in these big bottles.
Bend the Knee is very.
Bend the Knee is the strongest out of the 3. But we'll get to it, Pete. Relax.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Pete, you're my enemy.
What else is new, Eric? We've been doing this for what, 7 years now?
Yeah.
The prices on these are actually pretty fair. When I sold them, I'm pretty sure they were $8.99 a bottle.
Yeah.
Try not to fuck this up. So I apologize in advance.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem. Always pour for you guys first.
Yeah.
Remember that. So, Pete, why don't you go on a little bit about Game of Thrones, since you're very passionate about it.
Well, yes. Above us, if you didn't tell, trying to angle my hand right, that is actually the map of the known world. We have that prominent.
Yeah. We have a George R. R. Martin Funko all the way up there.
We have a Danny Funko who just she can't stand on her own. Actually, it's kind of hilarious. Like no matter, you have to lean her against something, or else she will fall down.
There's Danny.
You
You said lean her against something, so.
yeah.
Lean on me.
Let's see. I actually had been doing every bottle since what did they start? Season 4?
3.
Season 3. I did it every single year. I have most of the bottles actually still. I use them as like just they're cool. I like how well they done.
Omen Gang does have a list on their website of all the ones they ever made, and I think some of them are even still available from them. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it looks like on the episode you could order them.
Cool. I don't think I've done every beer ever because I think I missed.
haven't. I missed a bunch.
I don't have the Targaryen or the Lannister or Bendany. That was
They're the same
one.
though. It's just the bottle design.
I know, but like I like the bottle design.
People buy them people at my store bought them as a set, and when I ordered them, because I was the one that ordered Omen Gang products, whenever I'd order them, I would stack these because I knew they were the same. But I knew if I just randomly just made them one row, people would only just buy whatever was in front, and it makes more sense for me as a collector and a connoisseur to get the whole set, even though I only bought one.
Yeah, I think when I got
But Pete's going to let me take this one home. So
yes, because I already have one. When Valar Morghulis Valdeharis came out, it actually came with a chalice, and I actually did buy that set.
It's interesting seeing the foam change color here.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, let's start with this first one. So it is a sour. It is a blonde ale. So let's see.
Oh, that's sweet.
A little sour.
I don't know why I said sweet. That was wrong.
Yeah, I like this way better than the first time I had it.
Woo!
You good over there, bud?
I was not expecting it to be as sour as it was.
Well, that's because it's also, I'm pretty sure it's a Belgian style, too.
It tastes like champagne.
It does.
It's good.
No, it's very good.
It
It was
is
just,
I'm happy I gave this a second chance. And a lot of beers I'm going to do now in this new season, I may have done in the past, and or not have done reviewed in the past, but I've drank in the past, but giving it a second chance because either I didn't like it or maybe there was something about it.
Redemption season.
Yeah, season 2 is the season of redemption.
Beverage Court. Redemption edition.
But this one was one that at the bar, I tried it. I really didn't like it. And I think it was because they didn't keep it the right temperature. They only served me a little bit. They only gave me like a tasting sample. And
Yeah.
I think it was an old batch. I really think they just didn't handle the beer right. And I don't want to call out who did it because they were in Atlantic City. And I was at a hotel.
That was Atlantic City.
Yeah, which is why I was surprised because everything else they served me was great. And then they gave me that, and I was like, the hell is going on here?
Yeah. They probably bought it, thinking people would want it, didn't want it. So they just kept it out forever until you came around and did want it.
Dude, it was a special on the wall.
Oh.
That's why I was so surprised when I got it and I didn't like it. But that was also 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was way before Brian's Beverage Corner was a thing.
That's very sour.
I like it though.
It's not bad at all. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's somewhere between a very like fruity juice, like I don't want to say apple juice, but like
No,
pear
very
or something like that.
champagne.
But very champagne. I'd say like it's a fruity champagne
Yeah.
with a hint of like white wine, maybe.
The champagne taste.
But it's more champagne than white wine.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're
It's
gonna go
really
like on the opposite end of the spectrum with the smoky hickory.
Not really.
thing. No. Oh, okay.
So so the next one is the Mother of Dragons. It is a smoked porter Creek Ale blend, and a Creek Ale, for those of you that know beer very well, is a sour cherry.
I did not know that.
Or hold on, make sure that's right. Yes, Creek should be a sour cherry. Eric wants the phone.
Ooh.
And yet he hasn't touched Bend the Knee, which was literally.
He touched it in the beginning.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
This one comes in at just a little bit above. It's 6.6, but this will be definitely a heavier beer because it's gonna be darker.
We're climbing the ladder, baby. Boys and girls.
Just remember, guys, just drink responsibly. You know.
I ain't going anywhere. We're in quarantine after all.
Exactly.
Oh my
I think I poured in a
god.
little too much.
Yeah, give me a little less than that.
I'm gonna give
Oh, man.
myself less than that.
Yeah.
That is.
I might not be able to have all that.
Wow.
That's okay.
That is dark.
It is.
That's that porter style.
Yeah.
I think I gave you too much.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Looks a lot like
Okay.
Guinness, and I think
Well,
there's
now
Coca-Cola.
I'll have like nothing.
Yeah.
No,
I'm seeing the carbonation, so it's kind of looking like a flat soda.
Take this one a little bit easier, guys. I'm really pouring myself a little bit here because. So this one is for Daenerys, obviously. A beer for Daenerys, a blend of delicately smoked porter and tart cherry creek, brewed for those who nurture dragons.
I nurture dragons.
I nurture beer and grow them to be big and strong.
I nurture my food baby.
I was just gonna say.
We did have wings before all the shows.
I'm gonna eat those wings for dinner too, probably.
Smart.
Or maybe order a greasy burger. We'll see.
Or have both.
I'm tempted with a good time.
I will tempt you with all the good times.
Oh, smell that, dude. That smells so good. I can smell it all day. I can get the cherry out of it.
Oh, I get it. It's pretty.
It's prominent.
Yeah.
I like it.
You don't have to go fishing for the cherry.
No, you do not.
What?
Depends on what kind of cherry you're going for.
It's HBO, man.
Eric.
You can't help it. It's HBO and Game of Thrones. You can't help but make
Remember,
that
Brian's
dirty
Beverage Corner is
joke.
not for children under the age of 21.
Eric.
I'm sorry, man.
All right.
Even I wouldn't have gone there.
All right, guys, let's give this one a taste. Go light, please.
Yeah, that's a cherry stout for sure.
Mhm.
Is it weird that I think it tastes like cherry Coke?
No.
I don't drink Coke or any.
But I don't know if that's
So-
because I had the sour prior.
That's also true.
So I've come to learn that now maybe we have to go by style, not by ABV, because I'm learning that there are beers that I'll drink, and then the next one I'll try either tastes like nothing,
Yeah.
or completely different from what I believe it should taste like.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if that's because I'm doing more than one beer at a time and more than one style at a time.
Yeah, it tastes like a cherry Coke or like a cherry Dr. Pepper, but without the carbonation.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that.
It does nothing for me, to be completely.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not
I like
crazy
it.
about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I actually prefer the sour more.
So they made that beer to be like this because it's hard when you make a dark beer. You're really targeting a certain group of people that drink dark beer because not everyone drinks dark beer. Obviously, you guys don't. Well,
Well, not all the
kind
time
of
anyway.
not all the time. He drinks Guinness. So like,
I'm Irish after all.
Same.
but Guinness is to me is a whole different
It's its
ballgame.
own category.
And the way I look at it was when they made Mother of Dragons, they were trying to make a lighter, dark beer. Basically, keep that dark note, keep the dark notes, keep the porter style, keep that roasted, chocolatey coffee flavor, but water it down and add something different. And they chose Cherry Creek Ale, which is a sour. Creek styles, as you know, are not American style. It's definitely more your Creek. No,
Okay.
you're thinking like American wild ales and stuff like that.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, the Creek style is, I won't say European, but Lindemans is Australian. But Lindemans makes my favorite Creek style beer, and I would love to do it on the show if I can find it.
Yeah.
Because the Creek is the hardest one to find. The Framboise, they make Framboise and a bunch of other ones. But as is, just strictly from what I'm tasting right now, because I've never had this one before, it's good. Would I buy it again?
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they probably don't even make it anymore because the
They don't.
show's over.
but also, just my personal opinion, I don't think I'd consider this my type of beer.
That's fine.
That's
So
fine,
for me,
yeah.
that's why I'm not crazy about it. I don't think there's anything like. I just don't think this is my type of beer, so I'm not gonna. I don't think it's bad. It's just not. For
You've
me.
also had these for how long?
Yeah. Well, they've been unpopped in the fridge, not the whole time.
When did you buy them?
I don't remember.
Did you?
So the only reason why I asked
Probably
is because
right
I
bef-
noticed something when I drank it. So just like with wine, beer, especially these kind of beers, will if you age them for too long, will start to that one. Well, that one didn't have a cork, but in
Yeah, none of
wine,
the new ones did.
with wine, you'll get sediment at the bottom of your bottle, and it happens with this as well. It's just the impurities of the beer, the stuff they couldn't filter out in the process,
Mhm.
just get trapped in the beer, and they wind up forming and going to the bottom. That
Yeah,
does not
I
mean
saw
your
that
beer
the,
is bad. At no
top
point
of
does that
the
mean
phone.
your beer or your wine is bad. That strictly means that it's been sitting for a while. And
These have been sitting for Ben Denis been sitting for what, 2-3 years at this point, to be honest.
maybe like a year.
Ben Denis?
Ben Denis is not. Well, these are newer than this one, but
Yeah. So
I
that
know
would be
this one I
older.
had it about a year ago.
Yeah, but that's like original batch.
Okay,
That's why I'm saying like.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna say this about this one right now is that every time I sip it, it almost feels like it's smooth, but it's maybe ultra smooth because it's almost like I'm drinking air at times.
So
It's
dark-
like super airy.
So dark beer you can age.
Mhm.
So stouts, some porters, depending on what they're made with. Stouts are usually the aged ones. For example, last season we did KBS by Founders. Sorry, a lot of people will buy it and they'll age it for a year because it's expensive,
Yes.
and then they'll buy another one the next year and drink the one the year before, and that's how they drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done this with 50/50 the Eclipse series, and if I find one, I'll buy one. I'll do it on the show. Those are really expensive.
No.
You want to spend $26 on a beer?
If it's for the show, sure.
Fair enough.
Only if it's for the show. That's the thing.
But dark beers you can age. They can age a year up. I wouldn't age them more than like a year and a half. Anything more than that, there's not much else it can do in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that the reason why we're getting the taste we got and the smoothness and the little bit of sediment is because it sat so long, but you kept it temperature controlled.
Yes.
And when the fridge is closed, there's no light in it, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's not in the light.
It was also on the bottom. Most times things were on top of it, so even
Yeah, a lot of times it's like apples or vegetables.
So there were a lot in your favor, and even for the
Yes.
blonde, like granted you had it for a while, that still tasted very good.
Oh, that was actually I think I definitely prefer the blonde over the sweet cherry.
Yeah, like this is by no means bad.
It's just not.
It's an experience that each of us are having in a different
Yes.
way.
But
It's like
my first taste, it was good.
not bad.
I'd give it like a 3.3.
Sure.
Yeah, I give it a
probably
3.
that. Yeah.
Around that.
Mhm.
The blonde, second time around, I'd give it like a 3.4.
It's like if Guinness had a cherry Coke.
The mother dragon soup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it tastes like a light Guinness, but if Guinness had a cherry Coke, like their version of that.
Yeah.
So now we'll head to the big jump of the day. Pete's excited because this is like
so good.
this is like one of his favorite ones. I'll shed a little.
Right. It's like you get a test. How good
I
is
know.
this?
So the last time I bought the only time I bought one of these, I wound up drinking the whole bottle in like 35 minutes.
Yeah, I think
Which I do
did the
not
same.
recommend.
No,
I was watching TV and I kept pouring it in my cup and not thinking about how much I was drinking. Eric, if you'd like to do the honors with that phone.
This is one that will punch the hell out of you.
So this is the Bend the Knee. They made 3 different bottles, one for the Starks, one for the Targaryens, and one for the Lannisters. Golden ale brewed with honey, so it will be a little bit sweeter. It is good. It comes out a great color. This one comes in at 9%, so this is a strong beer. This is almost to the point of a mead beer. Like meads and like barley wines will probably start hitting about 10%, depending on the style they're made. This one is going to be close to that style. Now, I will read the back of this. It is a little long, but I'll read it anyway. All the noble houses struggle to ascend to the Iron Throne and to claim sovereignty over the 7 kingdoms. Which house will conquer? Which house will falter? Which house will bend the knee? The fates may know, but only time can tell. To the victors we dedicate Bend the Knee, our bold and elegant golden ale brewed with honey, pills, malts, and noble hops. Its mixes rich maltiness, a hint of citrus, notable fruitiness from Omingang yeast, and a warm, dry finish. This ale offers the unique flavors and aromas all Omingang ales are known for, inspired by deep insight into Belgian brewing and infused with Omingang's creative upstate New York spirit. Each ale offers perfect balance and pure drinking pleasure. So we'll start with Pete's glass.
Yay!
Because he's excited.
I'm so excited. This is arguably one of my favorite of all they did it for about 5 years.
So you know, it's funny. You have a Stella Artois cup,
Yeah.
and the color kind of comes out of
It
Stella
comes-
color.
Yeah, it does.
It also has that really prominent head.
Yeah,
too,
that head
which
is
nice.
thick.
That's a very thick head right there.
That's what she said.
I also think it's from the way I'm pouring, but that's just me. Because we'll see how it works on Eric's. Yeah, Eric's doesn't have as prominent.
That's fine. I'm gonna probably
It's the
finish
way
this
I
bottle
poured it.
off camera.
Yeah, so Eric's isn't as prominent as Pete's. I think I poured Pete's a little bit too fast.
It's okay.
But-
I don't mind.
But I mean, looking like that's a
already
great
come down.
presentation. Eric's is not.
Well,
So you can see
can't-
the same beer can look two different ways. Three.
Can't
if you
spell
count the
class without ass, and Pete happens to be an ass. Wow.
You heard it here first.
Hurts.
Just put a little more because I know I like this.
I just took a whiff.
These have been refrigerating.
It smells nice.
You get that honey flavor right off the bat. I will say, I just got punched in the face with it.
Yeah.
At 9%, like I said, this will be a little bit smoother, a little bit more barley wine style. But so definitely drink this slow. Don't chug this. Don't do what I did and finish the whole bottle in 30 minutes because that's not a smart move. Brandon just sent me something.
Hi, Brandon, if you're watching.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is, but still, I thought I would say it anyway.
Gentlemen, for the last beer of the day,
boys.
cheers. So, right off the bat, that honey, very prominent. Very prominent in the beer, very prominent in the nose, very prominent in the taste. It literally across the board smacks you with that honey flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
it's good. Pete's also high. So
whoa, no,
from the
not.
beer, relax. No illicit substances are used on the show.
I mean, he's high on that Thrones life, so.
That is actually a fact.
Mm-hmm.
See?
But we have videos to prove me getting overly excited. Rip season ain't too bad. You can't buy these anymore. Can you not, Uni? I think you might be able to. Check the Omen Gang website, Uni.
King of the North was another one that I wish I bought.
I definitely didn't have King of the North because
I didn't have that one.
Yeah.
So I guess it's both Star
So-
beers.
So King of the North was another one of this style, like bottling and like labeling and stuff. So that they're technically considered the same like class, group. King of the North went the fastest. I got 2 sets of it when I ordered it. One when it first came out, and one afterwards because it was in such high demand, and I sold both of them. I will say the Mother of Dragons, Queen of the Seven Kingdoms was the least popular out of the 3. Don't know why. I can't tell you. Bend the Knee was the fastest. We only got 2 cases of it. I put them up all at the same time, and they were sold within a week.
Yeah.
So
I remember I was late on the season 8 beers, and that was all I could.
I
get.
kept Pete up to date when I got Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and even then, I was still late on it though.
Mm.
Oh no, that's out of stock.
It's okay. They were late in too.
There are ways you can get these beers. You have to go out and find them.
Yeah, I thought it said Total Wine showed up first, and then it said out of stock. I was like, well,
Oh,
that
of
would've been
course,
too
because Total
convenient.
Wine is almost everything. I always
That would have been.
when I'm in
great.
New Jersey, I always go to Total Wine now,
Mm-hmm.
unless another store has something specific that I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, just as good as I remembered it. I think I was watching
So
like
sweet.
I think I was watching anime when I drank this.
Probably.
Probably watching like One Piece or something, like catching up, and I was sitting just
That reminds me, I have to talk to you about a show after off camera.
No.
No.
What show is it? Can they know?
Castlevania.
The anime?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's
I heard it's really good though.
first season. Season 2. Oh, wow. Pass me some more Ben the Knee, please.
So this was Game of Thrones themed, and
We're ending with anime.
Good fun.
No, I was gonna say,
Oh, I gotta get the red wine. I gotta get the wine still. I never did actually get that.
I think they still make the wine.
They did.
I wanted it. I was gonna buy all 3 wines for last season for these guys, but
He left us.
I couldn't. No, not that I left because they
he
were
left
made.
us. He left us. But no, I was gonna say this is Game of Thrones themed, but in the future, even though this is wine, not beer,
Mhm.
I say we take a look at some Skywalker Vineyard.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Look at these bottles, man.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
So this is a Skywalker series wine.
From the
yeah,
Skywalker
it's literally
Vineyards.
Skywalker Vineyards, like Skywalker Ranch that made
Yeah.
the Star Wars movies.
Wow, that actually
they
came
started
out
a
really
vineyard.
good on the TV. Holy shit.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
Well, no, it's not even just that. I'm not used to like phone images looking good on a TV.
Mm,
Sometimes
That's
you get lucky. You get good focus.
Yeah.
Eric's tablet has a good focus. So,
mhm.
but for beer wise, that's all we got today. I know there are a bunch more. I know we have a couple of different bottles over there.
Yeah.
I have a bunch at home. I think I still
These
have.
were all that I had unopened, to be honest, though.
Who cares? They were really
They
fucking
were
good.
good.
Mhm.
I mean, Mother Dragon's not for me, but the other two definitely.
So we're happy to see that people came out to watch. Hopefully both episodes, if not one today, because we did do an episode a scheduled episode yesterday, and that one was more promoted and like organized. This one was kind of spur of the moment.
Yeah.
I plan to come visit Eric and Pete. I didn't know we were going to do these shows, but they tempted me with a good time.
I mean,
And-
you had the idea too, sir.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
But I'm happy I was able to do it. They've asked me to try these beers, and it's good because it starts the spotlights.
It does.
Mhm.
You know, granted, like this wasn't an Omen Gang spotlight; it was a Game of Thrones spotlight, kind of, because
we have been
all
talking
Game of
about
Thrones
this
beers.
for so
Yeah.
long.
But it was nice to discuss Departed Souls as a brewery and their products in the last episode that we did 20 minutes ago
Mhm.
or 40 minutes ago.
Literally.
Rewind it, grab
within
your
a half
remote,
hour.
rewind it, and you'll find it.
It was a good episode. Definitely check it out if you're just tuning in now for this episode. If you have already seen it, tell your friends. Hopefully they like it. Tell your friends. This episode was great. Like I said, Omen Gang is not like super high on my list, but they do make good stuff, and they do deserve the recognition that they get, especially for gaining a sponsorship like Game of Thrones to do these beers, because their Game of Thrones beers like knock it out of the park basically at the time.
Yeah, I'd say not just in the sense that only Game of Thrones, but I find their products to be more like special occasion.
Yeah, I'll be honest. A lot of them, I did like the beers every time. That was always a big thing. But a lot of what did actually bring me back each time was that they released a new set of beers every season, but it was like based
Across
on the
the season.
themes of whatever that season was gonna be.
Yep.
And that was a big thing for me too.
Yeah, so they're very seasonal, I would say.
Yes.
Definitely go to their
Thematic.
website.
Thematic, seasonal, all that.
Hey Dan, hopefully the new phone worked out for you. I saw your Snapchat before that you sent us. But go to their website, check out their Game of Thrones line. You'll see all the ones that they've made. Maybe you have some, maybe you don't. Maybe there's ones you can find. Definitely check out their regular
I'm gonna have to.
line of products.
Mhm.
Like I said, Three Philosophers is their like main, is like one of their like big names. I know it's not called like the Golden Crisp, but that's just how I know it.
I'll look it up.
They have a bunch of other ones that we used to sell like Omen Gang at my store used to have its own shelf and a half.
Really?
Then when we started getting more like local products like Jersey stuff, like we had to move a lot of it.
Mhm.
So we have like a couple Omen Gang in the fridge, a couple on the wall. So,
Sorry, I'll let you know when I get it.
but they do deserve the recognition that a true Beverage Corner brewery spotlight would get. It just happens that it's not going to be this episode.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that beer. Well, no, it's a Little Days Pilsner, unfiltered Belgian style lager. I'll try that.
They also have
I'm
hey Pete, can I see your phone?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So you can't. Oh, here we go.
Is that the one?
Yeah, the pale sour. That's it. So, and you'll notice, like zoom up, and everything.
No, you're good.
They have this like I don't want to call it. I don't know what you would call it. Like I don't want to call it a checkered pattern, but what would you call that pattern?
That's kind of checkery.
Let me see.
It's just a stretched checker.
It's like a diamond colored pattern.
Yeah.
but
That's
almost,
probably more
but almost to
accurate.
the extent of plaid.
Brut IPA.
Brut.
Oh, I thought this. Sorry,
Brut.
the beer's starting to hit me, guys.
Rosetta. Wow, they have a lot of stuff here. Yeah, so Three Philosophers, their quad ale with Belgian Creek is popular. Nirvana is their regular IPA.
Ooh, what's Vita?
The Wit is a wheat beer with orange peel and coriander, so close to like
I wonder if it's
Shock
supposed to
top.
pronounce wheat then.
Vita?
probably. It's close to like a Shock Top or like a Blue Moon. I've never seen the
Abbey
Abbey Ale.
Red Bull.
The Rare Voss is another one that we used to sell back when the label looked different though. Because they updated their logos like very recently.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if I like it.
Well, their new logo is the house.
That's kind of nice though.
But I do love the
I vaguely
the Goliath.
Oh, no, this
what
is
would you
the
call
lion.
that? The lion.
You can see that same house logo.
I
on the
vaguely
bottles.
remember.
You'll still see it. It's still on there.
That pattern kind of reminds me of Power Rangers now.
Oh, the
Hennepin.
The Hennepin is their farmhouse saison. That's another really popular one.
Saison.
Tis the
blue
saison.
bottle. Sorry, Pete. I told you.
No, it's okay. Hey, no, it's okay. You're doing marketing, man. I don't mind.
So, like I say, most episodes, I haven't really been saying it recently, but it's still true. We don't get paid by the breweries to do this.
We do this because
we do this because we want to, and we want to give them a spotlight, and we pick the beers. Regular episodes, the beers tend to get picked out random unless I know for a fact there's something coming out that's worth reviewing. For example, 2 weeks ago when I was with Ron, and we did the Soaring Dragon by Stone. That was brand new, and it just came out in California when I bought it, and New Jersey's just getting it now. So I did that beer before it even made it to the East Coast.
Which kind is it again?
It was the Soaring Dragon Imperial IPA brewed with white tea.
Ooh, did we just get a new subscriber?
Yep.
Word.
That's Autumn.
Thanks, Autumn.
Love Autumn. I haven't seen her in a long time, though. We used
What up,
to work together. And we had a great time. She'd hang out with us too. She was fun to hang out with. But yeah, so the beers were good. So back to the beers. I keep going off topic, like hardcore. So definitely go check out Omen Gang.
Yeah.
Check out Definitely check out the last episode. Check out Departed Souls. If there's any breweries that like you guys want to see us do, please tell us, because like if you don't.
Yeah, comment on the beer, comment on
I
brewery.
miss you too, Autumn. Don't worry.
Also, sorry, real quick. If any of you go over to Departed Souls, hit us up.
Yeah.
Eric and I might join you. Honestly, Eric, when Eric and I were there, we were like, damn, this could become like a monthly trip for us.
It could until like recent events, but
this was before the pandemic.
Unfortunately, I'm only here another week, so I know. Then I go back to the West Coast until further notice. I don't know when I'm coming back to Jersey after this, actually. But yeah, Autumn, I missed you too. I was at Bottle King yesterday, actually, to see the old crew, and they were nice enough to let me inside.
Yeah,
because they're doing curbside, and deliveries only. Yeah. So if you go to Bottle King, you can't go inside right now. So to be able to see everyone through the window, was nice. But definitely.
Sorry, I'm pouring myself some more now.
I don't care, dude. It's your beer, dude. You don't want to pay for it.
I did, and I don't regret any of it.
Yeah, definitely more Departed Souls in the future. We got to do a trip to Sly Fox in Pennsylvania in the future.
That is a beer we haven't actually reviewed.
Yes, we have. It's on the unreleased Labor Day episode that never came out. We did Them and Ship Bottom. And Sip of Sunshine by Lawson's. Because I remember that episode.
Eric.
Yes?
If I get you that footage, because I think I might still have it. Do you want to cut that together?
Sure.
We're so happy you guys joined us again. We're so happy that you guys stayed tuned with us and dealt with us basically resetting up the entire living room to do this again.
Yeah, we didn't do much different.
But there will be another episode on Friday. Just because we did 3 episodes this week doesn't mean we're not going to bring you your regularly scheduled 30 to 40 minutes of me.
Hey, man.
I guess.
Well, and then.
I mean, we've done impromptu episodes. You did one with your buddy Ron, right?
Yeah, Ron. You will see Ron more, hopefully. He enjoyed it the first time he did it.
You did it twice in one day, so.
Yeah, well, Ron was a little drunk that day.
Kind of like me right now.
But it was fun. We had fun doing it. So until next time, I'm Brian.
Eric.
Pete.
Drink responsibly, drink locally, and have a great day, guys.
Stay safe.
Stay healthy. Remember social distancing.
There we go.